fight is going to happen next year? You and Errol Spence for a unification?
You know, I don't know when the fight's gonna happen. Like I said, I ain't seen a contract. You know, we got the same manager, and I've never heard his name in conversation when it comes to real business. You know what I mean? People always talk about making fights, but fights get made when phone calls get made. So till the phone call gets made, I don't know when the fight's gonna happen.
But at this level, man, we don't avoid fights, man. You know, I've never avoided Spence. I've never seen a contract. I've never legitimately been offered. You know, he can say whatever he wants to say after each and every fight. You know, he's never went to Al Haymon and said, Al, write up the dang contract. Show it to me and show it to Keith. You know what I mean? Because when I asked for Danny, I got Danny. When I asked for Sean, I got Sean. And I only called one man. His name's Al Haymon. You know, I didn't do a lot. I didn't get on Twitter. I didn't have to talk to you to make a fight happen. I didn't have to talk to other outlets. You know what I mean? That's what I tell people, man. When people really want to fight, they can pretty much get the fight, or at least request the fight. And then if the fight was requested and I said no, then that's a duck. Then that's a dodge.
Right.
You know?
You don't have a date. We're not really talking about that. I've never seen a contract with Errol Spence's name on it, and I know he hasn't seen a contract with my name on it. You know, so that's just real talk for you guys who like to talk about the future of boxing. That's just some real talk from me, and it's direct. It's real information.
Do you understand? Now, have anyone asked follow-up with a question to Errol Spence? Well, Errol Spence, we have spoken to Keith Thurman, and numerous occasions Keith Thurman has mentioned that you never received the contract. You've been saying that Keith Thurman has been ducking you. Where's the contract? Has Al Haymon drawn up a contract? Why would you tell the people someone is ducking you if a contract never been sent? And why do the boxing world keeps on falling for the lie time and time again? You already know this is Punch Rum Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself. Ladies and gentlemen, you better stay tuned to this video right here. You better not tune out, tune in right now, because this is a very important video that we're going to discuss, and I am going to bury the lie. The layer. I'm going to bury the lie. The lie that Errol Spence keeps telling time and time again. The lie that he insinuates time and time again. And people just keep on eating the lie. Keep on eating the lie. Pay attention, Errol Spence fan. Pay attention, Keith Thurman fans. Pay attention to the boxing fans. Listen to your boy. I'm going to expose the ongoing lie of this welterweight generation when it comes to Keith Thurman ducking Errol Spence. Or the notion of Errol Spence saying that he's been ducked before, that he's kept from getting the opportunity to be a champion. First and foremost, let me say this, y'all. Let me say this. I want you to understand this, my boxing fans. Either you're a casual or you're a hardcore boxing head. A ducker, an avoider. This is a real duck, and this is a real way you avoid fights in the sport of boxing. Just because you call out somebody and they don't fight you, that do not mean they are ducking you. I'm going to say it again, ladies and gentlemen. Just because you call out somebody or you hear somebody call out a somebody and they don't fight that somebody, that do not mean is a duck. A duck. If you want to take your pen and paper, write it down, ladies and gentlemen. A real duck in the sport of boxing, when it comes to prize fighting, this is a business. A real duck is when a contract, a proposal is sent to a fighter or his promoter, right? either his promoter or the fighter or the manager or whoever's handling those paperwork or you know, handling his business decisions, he gets that proposal, right? I'm gotta say it slow for the people. He gets the proposal, the contract proposal. Either he proceeds to negotiate with this proposal, this contract. Okay, I like this contract. All right, let's fight. Okay, or let's negotiate. Or he receives the proposal, which that's the real call out in boxing. When a guy gives a contract, a proposed contract to the other fighter, that is the real call out in boxing. A real call is not, yo, I want to fight this guy. Yo, he's ducking me, I want to fight him. No. A real call out is when a person gives a contract to the other. That's the call out, right? Let's hear. Here's the piece of paper, y'all. Aha! I look at the piece of paper, all right. Oh, Errol Spence want to fight me, huh? Al gave me, all right. I don't want, Al, I don't want it. I don't want to fight him. If he declines a contract, then that's a duck. That is the avoid. When he gives back and does not want to negotiate or want to proceed with the contract that is given, blah. That is a duck in the sport of boxing. Okay, you get it? You get it now? This is not Street Fighter. This is not your public school when a boy call out another boy, meet me at 3 o'clock. If you don't show up, you're a ducker. No, ladies and gentlemen. In boxing, if you receive a contract, that's the call out here. If you deny or you go into negotiation, boom, and accept and sign, then we're going to proceed with the fight. You get it? Okay. Let's get that thing out of the way. Now, I'm gonna talk about the Errol Spence tweet. I'm gonna talk about the Errol Spence tweet. But first, I'm gonna give you a video of Keith Thurman time and time again that he explains to the world, to you all, that he never received a contract from Errol Spence or Al Haymon never drew up the contract. Okay? Remember, Al Haymon is the advisor and manager of these two fighters. I gotta say it slow because it seems like this is always an ongoing conversation. But I need to... Punch Drunk is here for y'all, though. Punch Drunk, Mr. Moonshine is here for y'all because I understand there's a lot of people that don't understand the sport of boxing. I understand there's a lot of people that don't understand the business of the sport of boxing. I understand that. I understand there's too many casual. I understand the hardcore boxing fans. Sometimes, you know what? They gotta go to work. They gotta do this. They gotta do certain things. They just can't follow the boxing. They only want to follow boxing when there's when it's fight week. I understand. I understand a lot of people don't understand the business of boxing like they understand the NBA, like they understand the NFL, like they understand the MLB, with trade, free agency, 10-day contracts, the market value, or things of that nature. I know. That's why I'm here for you. That's why I made the channel, my brother. We all here. We all a community of boxing fans right here. I'm just here to help you. Now, Keith Thurman, in many interviews, and I did a video, I cut up an interview just for y'all to understand. Keith Thurman has said repeatedly, I have not received a contract from Errol Spence. Remember, Errol Spence keeps saying he's been calling these guys out, but no one seems to question Errol Spence. I mean, I know a lot of people mad at Keith Thurman because I get a lot of people is mad. A lot of people's mad the way he has his mannerism changes around Errol Spence. I know what you feel. I see too. But in boxing, paperwork is what counts. Now, Keith Thurman, and I'm going to show you, in numerous occasions says, I never seen a contract. Your job as a fan, if you have Twitter, IG, you follow Errol Spence, is why wouldn't anyone ask Errol Spence, and I will ask now, have you received a contract with Keith Thurman's name on it, ever? That's the first question. The second question is, Has Al Haymon drawn up a contract with Keith Thurman's name on it, and vice versa, showing y'all a contract with your names on it, in which you need to decide whether to sign and fight? That's the second. That's the second question. For the people out there who seems not to understand what an advisor and a manager is. A manager and advisor is Al Haymon runs their career. He runs their career. If you own a restaurant, or if you're eating in a restaurant, I give this analogy so many times. If you're eating in a restaurant and you ask for food, the food comes in. That's not what I order. I don't want this. I order some rice, beans, and chicken. Why you gonna give me pickles and fries? What the hell is going on here? Can I speak to the manager? The manager! So the question is, why wouldn't we smoke Al Haymon on his foxhole and ask him some question about the fighters that he manages and advises? Now, here's Keith Thurman in numerous occasions saying he never received a contract.
Do you think that fight is going to happen next year? You and Errol Spence for a unification?
You know, I don't know when the fight's gonna happen. Like I said, I ain't seen a contract. You know, we got the same manager, and I've never heard his name in conversation when it comes to real business. You know what I mean? People always talk about making fights, but fights get made when phone calls get made. So till the phone call gets made, I don't know when the fight's gonna happen.
But at this level, man, we don't avoid fights, man. You know, I've never avoided Spence. I've never seen a contract. I've never legitimately been offered. You know, he can say whatever he wants to say after each and every fight. You know, he's never went to Al Haymon and said, Al, write up the dang contract. Show it to me and show it to Keith. You know what I mean? Because when I asked for Danny, I got Danny. When I asked for Sean, I got Sean. And I only called one man. His name's Al Haymon. You know, I didn't do a lot. I didn't get on Twitter. I didn't have to talk to you to make a fight happen. I didn't have to talk to other outlets. You know what I mean? That's what I tell people, man. When people really want to fight, they can pretty much get the fight, or at least request the fight. And then if the fight was requested and I said no, then that's a duck. Then that's a dodge.
Right. You don't have a date. We're not really talking about that. I've never seen a contract with Errol Spence's name on it, and I know he hasn't seen a contract with my name on it. You know, so that's just real talk for you guys who like to talk about the future of boxing. That's just some real talk from me, and it's direct. It's real information.
Do you understand? Now, have anyone asked follow-up with a question to Errol Spence? Well, Errol Spence, we have spoken to Keith Thurman on numerous occasions. Keith Thurman has mentioned that you never received a contract. You've been saying that Keith Thurman has been ducking you. Where's the contract? Has Al Haymon drawn up a contract? Why would you tell the people someone is ducking you if a contract never been sent? And why do the boxing world keeps on falling for the lie time and time again? Now, I love all fighters. These are my modern day warriors, modern day gladiators. But in the end of the day, I will hold their words. I will hold them to accountable for their words. I'm going to expose the BS. I support all fighters, but do not make me look, and don't make me look like a dummy, like you're trying to make all the boxing fans look like a dummy. All right? Nah, it's not gonna happen. Talk all the trash y'all want to each other, but don't fool us. I take an offense as a boxing head. Why fool us? We support you. Why fool us? Why? Here we go. The first tweet by Errol Spence. I fought my way to the position I'm in now, when none of the champs wanted to let me in. I can't give a fuck about any complaints from other boxers. Now, let's dissect that first tweet. I fought my way to a position. Yes, you have fought your way into position. You became a mandatory to Kell Brook. Did Kell Brook duck Errol Spence? No, that means nobody avoided you. Now, when none of the champs wanted to let me in, what champs didn't want to let you in? Kell Brook let you in. He didn't avoid his mandatory. He fought his mandatory, which was you. After that, you fought Lamont Pearson. But let's remember, before Lamont Pearson, there was another champion that was calling out, that was winning the fight, Errol Spence, in his final fight. 154 champion, legend, Miguel Cotto. You ducked Miguel Cotto or avoided him because you didn't want to sign to Golden Boy. So don't tell us that any champion didn't want to let you in, because they was. And another thing, remember, Errol Spence won his title May 2017. On March 2017, Keith Thurman beat Danny Swift Garcia in a unification bout. What do you want, Errol Spence? For Danny Swift Garcia to duck him to fight you when you had a fight date? Did you want Keith Thurman to duck you? To duck his unification bout to fight you? Or Danny Swift Garcia, you wanted both of them to duck each other to fight you when you had nothing to offer? No, that's thinking backwards. Come on. Now, Keith Thurman, you already know, after his fight with Danny Swift Garcia, had surgery, was out for almost a year and a half. He came back. Would it be smart for him? Yes, he could have fought Errol Spence, but would it be smart for him after almost 2 years to fight Errol Spence? No. We all know, we all boxing heads, the man needed a tune-up, right? He fought his tuna, Josecito Lopez. Now, he could fight this guy, but remember, when he fought Josecito Lopez, Errol Spence had a fight with Mikey Garcia. Okay, now here comes the next fight. Damn, Keith Thurman could fight Errol Spence. That could be a good fight. But guess the opportunity sets in place. A Manny Pacquiao fight. A fight that none of these guys would avoid. If Bud would have had Manny Pacquiao, he would have picked Manny Pacquiao. If Errol Spence would have had Manny Pacquiao, he would have picked Manny Pacquiao other than fighting Keith Thurman or Bud Crawford. If Danny Swift Garcia had Manny Pacquiao, he would have fought Manny Pacquiao. If Sean Porter had Manny Pacquiao, he would have fought Manny Pacquiao. Everybody would have fought Manny Pacquiao. Nobody was going to avoid Manny Pacquiao. So there, here we go. Let's move on to the next tweet of Errol Spence. Had to wait 9 months, then travel to foreign land and fight a guy in his hometown to get in. Didn't complain, not once. Good. You're supposed to do. You got into position. You waited 9 months. Kell Brook had a voluntary defense, just like you had a voluntary defense versus Lamont Pearson. Just like you're getting a voluntary defense now with the WBC. These guys take voluntary defenses. You had another voluntary defense when you fought. No. Yes, you had a voluntary defense when you fought Lamont Pearson. And you had a voluntary defense versus Mikey Garcia. I mean, if you tell me why you didn't fight Bud. Okay, let's move on to the next tweet. Another thing, to the last tweet of the day. Another thing. WBC cool with me. Taking a tune-up and my management, and I don't want that shit. I'll leave that to Thurman and his get-back year or whatever he said. Now he goes on to Keith Thurman again. It seems like Errol Spence got this. He always got Thurman in his head, though. You know what? Since Errol Spence got a voluntary defense, he don't need a fight. Danny Swift Garcia, which is his mandatory. Why don't he fight Keith Thurman then? As we all know, in the PBC banner, the biggest fight in the PBC banner is Keith Thurman and Errol Spence. What's the most lucrative fight in the PBC banner? It ain't Danny Swift Garcia Spence. It ain't Spence and Porter. And I'm talking about other than Manny Pacquiao. Who's the biggest fight? If he can't get Manny Pacquiao, he can't get Bud Crawford. What is the biggest fight in the PBC banner? Not Benavidez and Plant. Big fight, but ain't a lucrative fight. Not more than Thurman. 2 pay-per-view stars. And Thurman gained more fans just by losing to Manny Pacquiao. That's the biggest fight in PBC. So make it happen. Errol Spence doesn't want to fight Keith Thurman. All of a sudden. You got nothing to lose. But hey, isn't PBC fighters all about the money? and the lucrative fights, I mean, are people caring about legacy now? Come on. Anyway, yeah. I bury the line now. The line needs to stop. Look, ladies and gentlemen, in closing, all these fighters are warriors. This is what they do for a living. They're not scared. They're not fearful of nothing. Do not compare your balls or whatever to them. This is what they do. They fight for a living. They've been fighting since kids. If a guy like Keith Thurman been fighting since 7 years old, a guy like Spence been fighting for his teens. These guys, Danny Silva Garcia to 10 years old, Floyd Mayweather since he was a baby. All these guys are fighters. They don't avoid nothing. The only people that avoid fights is their manager, advisor, promoters, networks. Those are the only people that's scared or fearful of losing on an investment. These guys are fighters. So shout out to Errol Spence. Shout out to Keith Thurman. I'm just exposing the lies and the clout. Errol Spence know what he's doing when he's saying that. Y'all just keep falling for the dumb shit. That's all I'm saying. Stop falling for it. If we haven't seen Keith Thurman and Errol Spence and we never saw it, it's only one man that we need to blame for it. If we want to blame, if we want to play the blame game, and that's Al Haymon, their manager and advisor, the one that draws up the contract. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, you get my updated videos. I love y'all. Peace out. Don't forget the Smelling Salt Podcast. We're on episode 11. Go check it out. On to the next.